The Earth is ascending, moving into a higher frequency, and so are you. It's not just a feeling. It's a shift, one that's shaking the very foundation of reality as we know it. This is the timeline split, the moment when the paths diverge and choices solidify into destinies. So the question is, will you rise with it or be left behind? The timeline split is here to stay. The 5D Earth is no longer just an idea whispered by mystics or spoken about in esoteric circles. It's becoming tangible. But with this shift comes the great divide. There are those who are waking up, stepping into the light, and embracing a reality rooted in love, unity, and infinite potential. Then there are those who, for now, remain anchored in the denser energies of fear, division, and material attachments. It's not that they don't want to understand you, they simply can't. Their frequency no longer matches yours, and the resonance that once connected you now feels like a distant echo. The concept of a 5D Earth envisions a spiritual transformation where humanity collectively ascends to a higher state of consciousness rooted in love, unity, and harmony. Unlike the third dimension, 3D, which emphasizes materialism, duality, and separation, the fifth dimension is described as a realm of higher vibrational frequency, where individuals operate from unconditional love and interconnectedness. This shift is not about physically leaving Earth but evolving spiritually. In a 5D state, people experience deeper empathy, faster manifestation of intentions, and greater alignment with their soul's purpose. Practices such as meditation, letting go of fear, and embracing gratitude are believed to aid in this transformation. This is how we transform the prison planet into a place of liberation and love. It's not about fighting against the darkness but shining so brightly that the shadows cannot remain. Ancient wisdom reminds us that even the smallest flame can light up a room of darkness. And this is your power. You may feel small in the grand scheme of things, but you are an integral part of this unfolding shift. A 5D Earth is a collective vision relying on humanity's collective effort to raise vibrational energy. While challenges arise in releasing old patterns and beliefs tied to the 3D paradigm, the potential rewards, a world of compassion, equality, and spiritual enlightenment, are profound. Whether seen as metaphorical or literal, the idea inspires a hopeful path toward a more harmonious existence. Think of the parable of the farmer and the seed. Some seeds fall on fertile soil, ready to grow and reach for the sun. Others fall among thorns or rocky ground, unable to take root. The seeds are the same, but their environment shapes their potential. This split is similar. The earth is shifting into fertile ground for those ready to ascend, but for others, the thorns of old patterns and the weight of unresolved fears hold them back. You may feel a sense of loss, a sadness even, as relationships seem to falter or fade. But this is not a loss. It's an unveiling. The 5D Earth timeline is about authenticity, a return to the truest version of yourself. This means relationships based on falsehoods or shallow connections are falling away to make room for deeper, more aligned unions. Trust this process. As the mystic Rumi said, "Don't grieve anything you lose. It comes around in another form." In this new timeline, communication shifts from words to energy. You'll find yourself drawn to people who feel like home, whose presence vibrates in harmony with yours. These connections feel effortless, as if you've known them across lifetimes. This is the beauty of the 5D Earth, a realm where heart-based connections replace transactional relationships, where every interaction feels like an act of creation rather than depletion. But what about those who can't hear you anymore? It's tempting to reach back, to explain, to pull them into this higher vibration. Yet, the greatest gift you can offer them is your example. Be the lighthouse, steady and glowing, guiding those ready to awaken. Forcing understanding only creates resistance. Instead, live in your truth so fully that it becomes impossible to ignore. Those meant to join you on this path will find their way when their time comes. This timeline split isn't about judgment or superiority. It's about alignment. Think of a radio dial. Both stations exist simultaneously, broadcasting their unique signals. You're simply tuning into a higher frequency. That doesn't mean the other station is wrong. It's just not where you are anymore. In many ways, this split mirrors the ancient teachings of spiritual ascension found in countless traditions. The Bible speaks of separating the wheat from the chaff. Hindu philosophy describes the moksha of transcending cycles of karma. Even in modern metaphysics, there's the idea of shifting from the third-dimensional reality to the fifth-dimensional consciousness. These teachings remind us that every soul is on its own journey and every journey is sacred. Stop trying to convince others to embrace the 5D Earth timeline fully. You must release the need to fix or convince others. Their path is their own, just as yours is yours. Instead of focusing on what divides you, pour your energy into building the world you wish to see. Create communities rooted in love and mutual respect. Meditate to anchor the higher energies flooding the planet. Act from a place of compassion, even when others act from fear. You may feel like a pioneer, stepping into unknown territory, but remember, you're not alone. All around the world, souls are awakening, tuning into this new frequency. They're lighting up like stars in a vast night sky, forming constellations of hope and transformation. You are part of something much greater than yourself, a collective shift that will ripple across generations. The timeline split is not an end but a beginning. It's the birth of a new earth, a new way of being. Those who can't hear you now may one day find their way, drawn by the light you and others have anchored. Until then, trust the process, honor your journey, and hold space for their awakening. In this unfolding story, you are both a witness and a creator. The 5D Earth is here, waiting for you to step fully into it. The question is not whether it's real. The question is, are you ready? The split is happening now, and your soul knows the way forward. Listen to it, trust it, and let it guide you home. A shift beyond the chaos. Do you feel it? The pull, the shift, the undeniable sense that we are moving towards something greater? Even amidst the chaos, there's a hidden order, a divine orchestration that calls us to rise. Not as individuals alone, but as a collective. This is the collective elevation of consciousness, a wave of awakening that grows stronger with every soul that steps into its light. When you awaken, you don't just transform your own life. You ignite a spark in the vast web of humanity, adding your light to a collective field that is reshaping the very fabric of our existence. Imagine this as a tapestry. Every thread represents an individual, and with every person who aligns with truth, connection, and understanding, the tapestry grows more radiant, more whole. This higher energy, often called the 5D frequency, is more than a concept. It's a sanctuary, a sacred space where those who are spiritually awakening can ground themselves, recharge, and grow. When you align with this energy, you begin to understand why the chaos in your life was necessary. It wasn't there to destroy you. It was there to transform you, peeling back the layers of fear and limitation to reveal your truest, most powerful self. Think about it. When a caterpillar is in its cocoon, the transformation process is messy. It breaks down completely before emerging as a butterfly. This is what you've been experiencing. A breakdown of the old, preparing you to rise into a new, more expansive version of yourself. The struggles you've faced weren't punishments. They were opportunities to uncover your strength, wisdom, and ability to evolve. But here's where it gets even more profound. As you step into this higher energy, you're not just creating peace and clarity for yourself. You're becoming a beacon of light for others who are ready to awaken. Every moment you spend strengthening your connection to this 5D energy builds a ripple effect that touches the lives of those around you. You're weaving a network of spiritual consciousness, a grid of healing and transformation that spans the planet. This isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. The Earth in 5D thrives on truth, on the purity of your intentions, and the alignment of your actions with your higher self. When you live this truth, you heal not just yourself but the collective. You become an anchor for this new energy, grounding it into the world so that others can feel it too. Take a moment to reflect on the parable of the phoenix. The phoenix doesn't mourn its ashes. It rises from them, reborn and radiant. In the same way, you've been through your fires. You've been tested, purified, and now you're rising. The ashes were never the end. They were the beginning of something extraordinary. You may wonder why some people around you seem unable to grasp this shift. They can't hear you not because they're unwilling, but because their frequency is different. You've tuned into a new station, one that broadcasts in love, unity, and limitless potential. While their time to awaken may come, your role isn't to convince them. Your role is to live in your truth so fully that it becomes an invitation for others to follow. Now think of this energy as your sanctuary. Within it, you can explore your spiritual gifts, find clarity, and expand your capacity to influence the world positively. The more you connect with this energy, the more aligned you become, and the more your life becomes a reflection of your highest vibrational state. The 5D Earth is here, waiting for you to claim it. The challenges you've faced were the keys to this new reality, unlocking the strength, authenticity, and wisdom within you. As you continue to align with this energy, remember, every step you take heals not only your soul but also the planet. This is your journey, your purpose, and your sacred responsibility. Rising together, the collective elevation of consciousness. This is not a passive journey. The energy surrounding us manifests in phenomena like the Schumann resonance. The Earth's very pulse is intensifying. Time feels faster. Changes come at breakneck speed. But this acceleration is not here to overwhelm you. It's here to push you into a new way of being. The Earth's rising frequency mirrors the quickening pace of our evolution, and with it comes the opportunity for profound transformation. This isn't a cause for despair but for compassion. The collective elevation of consciousness is not a race. It's a journey. Each person's awakening adds strength to the whole, and even those who seem resistant now may one day find their way. Your task is to stay anchored in the higher vibration, to continue your growth, and to trust that this journey, both personal and collective, is unfolding exactly as it should. As you navigate this time, remember that every moment of alignment, every step you take toward truth, is a contribution to the greater whole. You are not just creating a sanctuary for yourself, but also helping to birth a new Earth where connection, understanding, and light reign supreme. This is the beginning of something extraordinary, and you are an integral part of it. The next part of this journey will delve deeper into the role you play as a bridge between worlds, a guide in this profound transformation. Stay present, stay aligned, and know that your light is the very foundation upon which this new reality is being built. Ascension, the splitting of timelines. Let us turn to the wisdom of Baruch Spinoza, a philosopher who lived in the 17th century and whose insights resonate deeply with the concept of the timeline split. Spinoza, born in 1632 in Amsterdam, believed in the interconnectedness of all things. He saw the universe not as a random collection of parts but as a unified whole, a living, breathing expression of the divine. For Spinoza, God was not some distant figure but the essence of all existence, the energy and intelligence that flows through everything. In Spinoza's philosophy, the path to enlightenment, or what we might call ascension, was about aligning oneself with this divine flow. He believed that by understanding the nature of reality and our place within it, we could transcend the illusions that cause suffering. This was not an abstract or impossible ideal, but something very practical. Spinoza taught that by cultivating clarity, self-awareness, and an ethical way of living, we could achieve freedom and joy, no matter our circumstances. This idea ties beautifully into the journey of ascension. Just as Spinoza encouraged people to see themselves as part of a greater whole, ascension invites us to move beyond the limitations of ego and separation. It challenges us to recognize that our thoughts, actions, and energy are intricately connected to the collective. When we raise our vibration, we are not just improving our own lives. We are contributing to the awakening of all humanity. Spinoza's focus on clarity of mind is particularly important here. In his work, he emphasized that emotions like fear, anger, and jealousy distort our understanding and keep us stuck in lower states of being. To ascend, we must confront these emotions, not by suppressing them but by understanding their roots. This mirrors the process of spiritual awakening, where we peel back the layers of illusion to uncover the truth of who we are. For Spinoza, the ultimate goal was to live in harmony with the divine order. This harmony is not about perfection but alignment. In the context of ascension, alignment means living in tune with higher frequencies, choosing love over fear, compassion over judgment, and connection over division. It is not always easy, but as Spinoza might say, it is the truest form of freedom. One of the most powerful lessons we can take from Spinoza is his belief that joy comes from understanding. When we see ourselves clearly, without the distortions of fear or attachment, we experience a profound sense of peace. This is what ascension offers: the opportunity to rise above the noise of the world and connect with the deeper truths of existence. Spinoza lived during a time of great upheaval, much like our own, yet he remained committed to his vision of unity and love. He faced criticism and rejection, but his ideas endured because they spoke to something universal: our shared longing for truth, connection, and transcendence. As we navigate our own journey of ascension, we can draw strength from Spinoza's example. His life reminds us that even in the face of challenges, we have the power to choose clarity, love, and alignment. We are not separate from the divine. We are its expression. Every moment we choose to live in harmony with this truth, we take a step closer to the world we are creating together. A world of light, unity, and joy. Ascension is not just a personal journey. It is a collective movement. By raising our vibrations, we fulfill the visions that Spinoza and other great thinkers shared. A humanity that lives in harmony with itself and the universe. Like Spinoza, we are pioneers of a new way of being, and the path we walk today will shape the future for generations to come. The timeline split is not an isolated or sudden event. It is an ongoing journey, an invitation to align with the elevated energies flowing into our planet. These frequencies are reshaping the way we think, feel, and live, catalyzing profound change in individuals and society alike. As we shift into higher frequencies, we gain clarity and sensitivity, becoming more aware of ethical and spiritual connections and the interwoven nature of all life. The collective movement toward ascension is not uniform. Each soul ascends at its own pace, aligned with its unique essence and the soul contracts established before birth. This diversity is crucial to the ascension process, as it reflects the myriad ways humanity evolves and grows. For many, this journey feels like a spiritual battle, an internal and external war against the forces that seek to keep us tethered to lower vibrations. The challenges, exhaustion, frustration, and the dense reality of the material world are not signs of failure, but reminders of the mission we undertook. You are not here by accident. You are one of the chosen, part of a wave of volunteers called to guide others and liberate souls trapped in the illusion of separation and fear. Dolores Cannon spoke of the 144,000 rainbow warriors, infinitely powerful beings who chose to descend into this dense plane to uplift humanity. You are among them, tasked with bringing light to the shadows and breaking the chains of spiritual amnesia. It is no surprise that you feel weary at times. The weight of this mission is immense. But remember who you are and why you came to be, a bridge between worlds to embody the higher frequencies and to catalyze the collective ascension. This journey is deeply personal, yet profoundly interconnected. Ascension is not only about personal liberation but also about contributing to the elevation of the whole. As each individual rises, they uplift others, creating a ripple effect that strengthens the collective field. This is how societies shift, through the steady awakening of individuals who embrace compassion, truth, and unity as guiding principles. On a spiritual level, ascension requires understanding that your energy is your most potent tool. The vibrational frequency at which you live determines your experience and your impact on the collective. By allowing your energy to flow freely, releasing limiting beliefs, and healing past wounds, you align with the higher frequencies and anchor them into this reality. The changes you see in the world, whether in times of rapid societal transformations or personal awakenings, are not random. They are part of the divine orchestration of ascension, guided by the light of Christ and other universal energies of truth and love. This spiritual war may be intense, but the light within you is stronger. Together, we are creating pockets of light in a dense reality, transforming this prison planet into a place of liberation and love. Ascension is the path forward, the bridge between what is and what can be. Step fully into your role, knowing that your every effort contributes to a reality where truth, compassion, and divine connection reign supreme. You are not alone in this journey. The waves of energy you feel, the shifts in your perceptions and emotions, are signs that you are rising. Trust in the process and remember that your ascension not only transforms your life but also accelerates the collective awakening of humanity. The new Earth is being born, and you are one of its architects. Rise.